under the seat gas tank that holds another 4.5 gallons. It's got a fuel pump, so while you're driving you can push a button and you can pump the fuel over back into the main tank. This is a really cool item. I'm excited to have this because being out on the trails with my buddies, my one buddy has a Pro R, and that's a 4-cylinder. I run out of gas before he does, which is kind of sad considering I've only got a 2-cylinder and it's all stock. So, hi, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we started tearing into dog toy. I've cleared out the back seats so that we can put in the fuel tank. We have the empty cavity about ready for the tank to go into. Well, I have pre-assembled the gas tank, the fuel pump as the instructions said. Loctited all the fittings. I've run the wire down through the center of the tunnel, and I have installed their rubber isolator onto the frame. I did cover up my screw heads with some rubberized tape. Hopefully that helps. And then it's as simple as setting the tank down in. Moving the wire out of the way. See how this works. That is supposed to be like that. What am I missing? It appears to be hitting on this piece of plastic right here. I'm gonna have to cut that out of the way. Alright, now that we made the fuel tank fit into its spot, I have reinstalled all the bolts to the cross members. We have reattached the seats so they work as they're supposed to. We have added the vent line. I have zip tied the fuel line and the vent line all the way across to where it hooks into the fuel neck. Short one. I didn't like how the reserve fuel tank from RPM plumbed into the machine, and the vent line was teed as I'm talking about down here. They give you a T-fitting, your fuel line is on the end and your vent line is into the T. What we have found is that if you don't break the fuel tank's caps, it will not transfer fuel, it will just send it back around into the vent line. So to solve that, I bought a number 4 AN fitting, bulkhead 90, and I'm going to install it in another spot into my fuel neck, and the vent line will go to it, and I will remove their T, and my fuel line will bolt onto the original fuel neck, and then I will be able to refuel as I drive down the road. I think so. Here's their vent T, and like I said, it causes recirculation unless you break the caps. And I have installed anything. Of course, this sucks the line up further back, so I'm happier there. And in the back is my bulkhead 90 on the back head side. Like I said, it's a number 4 AN. If anybody else wants to do that same thing. You can't hardly see it back there. But I used a couple copper washers. I couldn't find any other washers that would fit. Similar, like they use some aluminum ones on theirs. So it's all sealed back up and like it should. And now I put the hole in almost as the manufacturer specified, but they call out a 3.5-inch hole saw, and that's too big of a hole. I went 2 3/4, but I dropped down too far this way. We don't need You probably don't want it that far open. But this just slides back in, and you can see the gas cap is easily accessible. There we go. And that's it for the fuel tank. Here is the finished installed switch. It's got a nice picture of the fuel pump. Turn that anytime you want to transfer fuel over. I mounted the relay is right here, and then it plugs into the bus bar.